What up, B?
No shot that worked.
Alright, today I'm just going to cover some quick sniper tips for you guys. I don't know how many I have, but I think from now on, I'll just try to drop some tip videos like this. Some stuff might be a bit more obvious, some might not. I'm sure somebody somewhere can get at least something from it, so that's all that really matters to me. I've always liked to help people improve when I can, so this platform is a really cool way for me to do that. But anyway, tip number one. I don't know what to call this, but here's a good way to peek other snipers in some scenarios. Basically, you'll see where they are very quickly, and then you'll just kind of pre-aim their last known location, like through the cover here, and you'll just super quickly re-peek and you'll just fire instantly. This is super strong because unless the other person is really like hard cheating, they're not going to be able to have the reaction time to actually kill you if you do it right. You are probably barely visible on their screen for like a split second before they die because of all the latency and peeker's advantage in this game. I think this works best with a sort of horizontal cover like the one in this clip, but you could do more vertical cover like a wall, but I think you'd probably need a bit higher mobility for that to work out as effectively. Next up, you need to absolutely master your kit, so your subclass abilities, things like that. You need to know all the possible uses for them and practice. This is why I think warlocks are the best class to snipe on. The abilities are all very good. What do I mean by mastering your abilities? Well, for example, for me, I know when I'm on the Void Warlock, I can use the melee to push someone. I can use it defensively to stop a push. I can use it around corners. I can use it to disorient people like in a shotgun fight. I can use it to stop revives. There are tons of ways that I can use just the melee alone. I also know that the Void Soul can lock down areas and stop revives. Also, it can weaken people. It can heal me if it gets a kill. Whatever subclass you are playing, you need to spend some serious time on it and really start to learn and master all of the niche situations and uses it may have, because as a sniper, you are going to be ability dependent. It's just because of the nature of the weapon, right? If you need to be able to stop people in close range, and abilities are going to be your main way to do that. Next up is to be able to manage your space, sort of related to our last point there. There are really two ways that your abilities can make space for you in this game. You have your movement abilities like Icarus Dash, Hunter Dodge, Shoulder Charge, Strand Grapple, things like that. These abilities make space by moving you yourself. Other abilities can make space by moving or preventing the enemies from moving themselves. Think the Void Warlock melee, the stasis abilities, trip mines even, lightning grenades. These can make space by stopping the enemy's movement into an area while you are backing up or repositioning. You need to be able to manage your space because, like I said earlier, if enemies get too close to you while you're sniping, you are often going to struggle. Next up is for when you aren't able to manage your space properly, which inevitably will happen, most likely every game. Enemies will get close to you, and that is why this tip is to simply learn how to snipe in close range. Yeah, just snipe them, forehead, no. Obviously this is easier said than done, but it is 100% possible, and in my opinion, this is what separates a truly good sniper from someone who just kind of sits in the spawn and just body shots people, right? Because if you are completely unable to snipe in close range, you will die because of it. Obviously, you can't hit close range shots all day, but it is possible to land some of them. I think I've probably made some videos on that already. I really can't remember at this point, but I will link my full PvP guide playlist at the end screen of the video, so check that out if you're interested. My final tip for today is to learn to assess the threats as you are sniping. I've definitely mentioned this before, but I was playing yesterday and this clip right here happened. I thought it would be a great example. So as you can see, I'm really chasing this first guy here. He's been running away for most of this game, to be honest, but he's running away in this clip. I'm not aiming at the other guy. I actually didn't even know he was going to be there. I thought it was just this one guy, but as soon as I saw him in my scope, I realized he had a sniper, and I immediately switched targets to him because he is an uber threat, right? Versus the one shot guy that's been running away for 10 minutes. So immediately I switch targets over to the other sniper, as he is in that situation a much bigger threat. This can also apply to people in close range. I'll see if I have an example somewhere when I'm editing, but if not, basically if you were to be aiming at someone and then someone else just sort of popped up into your scope in much closer range, maybe they're pushing you, maybe they have a shotgun, something like that, they are now a much bigger threat, so you need to prioritize them. Obviously, you may still end up dying in these scenarios, but the best way to survive is to definitely be able to quickly assess which player is more threatening to you and go for them first. So that is what I have for today. Hopefully some of you guys found this helpful, but again, I will link all of my guide videos at the end screen here. So I appreciate all your guys' support, but as always, I'm Awake and I'll see you guys next time.